Hey you, it's me again, your mom. I've been waking up earlier and earlier these days, and no real particular reason why, so I've just been starting my days off earlier and earlier, before my alarm goes up, before the sun is up. Lately, I'll go on walks around my neighborhood, and sometimes I find myself here at this playground. Is that a little creepy of me? To be at an empty playground like this? It's been raining a lot recently, so on my mornings where I don't wake up to heavy downpour, I make my way here and I take a break and just take this all in. Soon enough, we will be here, together. This has been my guilty pleasure recently, sneaking away from my dogs on early mornings like this and just sitting here, imagining my future with you this summer. I'm really excited to make memories with you. Thinking back, I don't remember the last time I stepped foot on a playground, to be honest. I can't even recall my own memories as a child at a playground with either of my parents. But that's probably because I was super young. But it makes me wonder, will you also forget our time together here one day too? Sometimes I worry about you, even though my gynecologist says you're measuring perfect, too perfect, even a few weeks ahead. I still struggle to make sense of it because I have struggled so much, even now, with my appetite. I still feel like I'm forcing myself to eat, or at least have one large meal a day. Sometimes I forget. I like to take advantage when my mom is here because she has been putting a lot of effort into her meals for you. So I know when she's here, I can look forward to a well-made meal for you. Today, I'm definitely and purposely eating for two. On the daily, I feel like we're barely eating for one, struggling to finish our meals together. Working from home, it's a privilege, especially for any expectant mother. If there's one thing that I've become extremely aware of, it's my privilege. Even if some may see me as a walking statistic, I'm constantly saying thank you to God for allowing me to even get to this point in my career where I can work comfortably from my own home, where my work, it's predominantly mental and cognitive stress rather than physical stress. I honestly couldn't imagine being a pregnant woman working a physically demanding job. My mom was only 23 when she was pregnant with me, and she, like many young pregnant women, especially at that age, was working a physically demanding job. A job where she had to be on her feet for hours at a time, on top of the mental stress that any job naturally brings. So lately, my mom has been reminding me of how proud she is of me for listening to her and my father's encouragements on furthering my education and setting myself up professionally so I wouldn't have to work a labor-intensive job. I also sigh in relief that I didn't play around when I was younger, with my academics at least, and that I excelled in what I was passionate about. I'm really thankful for my department too. It took a chance on me over a year ago. And every day I'm thankful for having a well-paying and well-balanced job. I'm thankful for working for a great department, for a great institution, with many women who are supportive of my pregnancy and have been nothing but accommodating when needed to be. Even with much privilege in life that has allowed me to experience a rather cushiony pregnancy journey compared to other women, my pregnancy body has found something to complain about. I'm a bit embarrassed and ashamed actually, and I've been fighting the urge to cave in, but my pregnancy body and the baby have been telling me the last few weeks that it's time to get a new computer chair. We can no longer work under these conditions. So this year, as my 27th birthday is steadily approaching, I asked my mom if she would buy me a new computer chair as a present, an ergonomic computer chair. This is the only thing I want for my birthday this year. I've been frugal with my spending, don't forget. So I didn't know if a $100 desk chair was even worth it when it can be going to something more important for the nursery. So, as excruciating as the back pain has become, I've just been dealing with the pain and uncomfortableness as a consequence to my own stupidity. I don't know what I was thinking when I got my old computer chair, but in present times, the chair serves absolutely no real purpose besides being maybe a semi-cute desk chair, and I don't know how I was even previously working for as long as I did on that chair. This experience with a simple and cheap IKEA chair the last few weeks has made me realize moving forward, not only in my pregnancy or in my motherhood, but for my adulthood as well, I want everything I own or have around me to serve a specific purpose. I've come to realize how important and essential functionality is or can be over aesthetics. In hindsight, I should have always had a well-designed computer chair for my own benefit. But I guess when you're young and attracted to everything looking cute, you tend to overlook the quality over purchases we make. So, again, my mom is here to correct my mistakes with the new computer chair for my birthday. And in reality, I may be too old to even be receiving presents from my own mother, especially when she just purchased a brand new car for me a few months ago. Nonetheless, I'm going to work on making conscious purchases moving forward, and hopefully I can instill this way of living onto you one day. I do believe that when a person is comfortable in their work environment, it improves their quality in work and also promotes efficiency and productivity. Overall, and most importantly, I'm just hoping this will help me get through my long work days remaining, because it was becoming excruciating up until this point. I'm hoping that the next few weeks can also drag on a little bit faster before we could finally ditch work for a few weeks and start maternity leave together. I won't lie, I've been avoiding this beach. A couple of weeks ago, I drove down here with every intention of spending the day at the beach with Kobe. Kobe, when we were pulling up, began whimpering with excitement because he knew exactly where we were at. He's been coming to this beach with all our other dogs since he was a puppy. But after driving 40 minutes down here, I actually couldn't bring myself in getting out of the car. I started tearing up and I thought that I was going to have a panic attack because it felt like I couldn't breathe. My therapist, with what I have chosen to disclose to her thus far in our sessions, thinks that I have some level of PTSD. And I don't know if I agree. One of the last times I came to Rosie's Dog Beach was actually in the summertime with your dad and all our other dogs. It was actually for 4th of July. I wanted to spend the day at the beach with our dogs and stay until sunset so that Kobe could see the fireworks for himself for the very first time. But we didn't make it to that point in the day. We actually ended up leaving early. And Kobe never got to see the fireworks that night. Your dad turned into someone that I could no longer recognize last summer. He was vaping weed and taking Adderall, and I wasn't a fan. So that day, because he kept smoking around me despite my health issues, despite me asking nicely not to do so, I decided to throw away his vape charger without him knowing. And when he found out, he was livid. That day he told me that he wished somebody would in my apartment. It hurt my feelings, and I remember crying. I was struggling last summer, and I fell back into a habit that I thought I had fixed years ago. I was self-harming again. And when I heard him say something like that, it hurt my feelings. In a way, I was already wishing I was no longer around. When I pulled up to this exact beach a few weeks ago, I couldn't bring myself in getting out of the car, and actually, I just went back home that day. I was scared I would run into him somehow here. Silly, but I don't want to see your dad's face ever again. So I ended up getting these strawberries, these 3 baskets for $11. I got also these super power mangoes. Oh, not super, sour power mangoes. And I thought this was interesting. I've never seen honey lavender before. Lavender infused honey. So I wanted to try this for when I have my ginger teas. I feel like it's gonna taste good. I got this on Amazon because I've been having a lot of arthritis pain the last couple of days, I want to say, and I think it's because of the rain that we've been having here. So I thought I would switch out my mouse because my wrists and like my finger joints, they've just been like really hurting. So I was in the office the other day and I was in my old boss's office because they're renovating our department's office space at UCLA. So we were there trying to take care of like physical binders for some of the older studies that we worked on. And I used her computer to log onto my email, and this mouse, I'm pretty sure I got the same, I know for sure it was Logitech, I'm just not sure if it was the same model, but hers was in black and it felt a lot smoother. Hers, while I was using that mouse, it just felt so much better because this part does start to hurt throughout the days, even when I'm typing, and I kind of need to figure something out for that, to be honest. And also the my work computer, the mouse that comes with my office supplies, it's not wireless, and I think the mouse at my desk at the office is also, it's wireless, but it's not like an ergonomic one. So I wanted to test this baby out. It just looks so, it just felt so much better when I was using that computer with this mouse. Yeah. So I'm going to set it up. I believe it is also, I got it because it is also compatible with Mac. And so I thought it would be really good to get it for that reason as well. It was a bit pricey though. This was $75 on Amazon, I want to say, something like that. And it needs 2 AAA batteries to function and no USB port. So that's also a plus for us Mac users. Because I plan on using it for both work computer, which is over here, and personal, which is right here. The next thing is I need to figure out how to get this to stop hurting my wrist, because I think that's also contributing to my arthritis pain that I'm getting. Oh, it comes with batteries. Oh, nice. Okay, I had set aside a battery thinking I would need. A lot of the times stuff like this doesn't come with batteries. It'll say sold separately. Okay, so I don't really need to. Okay, this is cool. Now I just need to add it to my MacBook. Ah, here it is. Oh, perfect. That was so easy. Literally just needed to open up my Bluetooth settings and press connect. I'm going to store away my work computer's old mess. Goodbye, wire. Goodbye, one less wire to worry about. Oh my god, I'm gonna have so much fun with this. Even like the buttons, they feel so smooth. Wow. Oh, and now I can rest my wrist kind of tilted to the side instead of just having it like flat like that. Oh yeah, that's nice. Okay. This purchase was worth it. My mom made me a smoothie. This mouse is such a game changer. I'm having so much fun with this. Just pressing things. Oh my god. Even editing is gonna be like a whole new experience. Now that I have a chair, even though we're missing one of the arms. With my exam around the corner, I've been putting all of my energy into studying because I really want to pass my pharmacy exam. It'll be a little bit embarrassing if I actually fail this. My coworkers have been encouraging me to actually take it easy and that maybe I should reconsider. Maybe I should just wait until after you're born to start making big life changes. And that even so, if I did pass this exam, they say I wouldn't want to pivot in terms of work even after you're born. I do feel like they're right about that. I don't want to rob you of any time I could be potentially spending with you. But I have secretly been enjoying the rainy days on the weekends when I can't go hiking because the next best thing for me to do is to come and study here for a few hours at a time. And I've been growing nostalgic sitting here at the Starbucks cafe studying on my laptop. Oftentimes, I find myself reminiscing to my college days before I moved to California. I sometimes wonder where in life I would be if I never moved across the country. Would me and my best friends from college be studying for our graduate courses together right now? When I was in college, there used to be this 24/7 Starbucks in Edgewater, and I would go there on the weekends or even the weekdays after classes with my childhood best friend. I don't remember who was worse when it came to overstudying or overstressing during semesters. It feels like ages ago, like a lifetime ago. Thinking back to those days, they were some of the most happiest moments of my life. It was really great having my best friends around. I haven't found friends like them since. Maybe that is a part of my karma in life. Now I'm here alone, a couple years older, but still with the same bad habits, cramming for another important exam last minute. I come here with every intention to study my ass off, I swear. But even so, I can't help but to seek an escape out of this too. I've been catching myself regressing, if that is even the right term to use for what I've been catching myself doing here lately. Instead of studying sometimes, I find myself wanting to find the next well-translated shoujo manga to indulge in. I don't even remember the last time I even binge read a shoujo manga or even a romance webtoon on my iPad. It seems like I won't get many or any opportunities in the near future to do something like that. It's bittersweet in a sense. I remember growing up, especially in middle and high school, I was really into reading shoujo mangas. I think I've read all the classics out there. In the last few years, whenever I want to trip down memory lane, I reread a few of my favorites in my free time. So cringe. I was such a sucker growing up for a good romance story. I felt like I was living vicariously through the characters in each manga I read. And I've been wondering if you will be into the same interests as me. Will you even be into manga the way I am? Even if I introduce them to you one day, will you genuinely enjoy reading manga or even watching anime the way I do? It would be pretty heartbreaking if you were the total opposite of me in this way. I think your dad would be a little bit sad too, knowing this about you. I hope we can at least watch the same anime together one day, but it would put a smirk on my face learning you didn't pick this hobby up for me or your dad. I think it would give me a sense of reassurance and a reminder, actually, you have autonomy. And now that I think about it, maybe it's better that way. I hope you're a social butterfly. I could never tell if your dad was one. He was an introvert and homebody around me, but he told me countless stories of his prime days in his 20s, and he seems to have a large set of friends from those that I've met. So maybe don't be a weirdo like me and be more like your dad in that sense, I guess. Yeah, I think your mom's going to be reading a lot of more shoujo manga for the foreseeable future. And I can definitely picture myself being very up in age and still binge watching anime. Yeah. My future looks a bit bleak in that sense, but I actually don't mind it. Okay, that was quick. I haven't been in a Tokyo Central in a long time, to be quite honest. I saw this really cute little teen couple, and I was just like, oh my god, it's so cute. Yeah. So I ended up just getting matcha. I got this really nasty tasting matcha concentrate last week from Tavana. And I thought that's what the people at Starbucks use, but it was disgusting, and I don't think that's what they use. So I don't know what type of matcha powder the people at Starbucks are using. I may never know. So I just went to buy this. I finished this exact bag maybe back in December. And so since then I've been kind of December or January, I want to say. It was very recent. I've just been thugging it out, just struggling to either buying matcha lattes at Starbucks or at other coffee places near me, or just thugging it out. So I caved and I said it is time to get another bag. I think they sell this at Daiso. I should have went there first, but I don't really need anything else at Daiso, so I didn't see the point of going. You know, it's the same distance, but yes. So I got my bag of matcha. This should last me a while because I matcha's not my favorite. So I just really needed to help wake me up at the start of my day. And then I also got these ginger chews. I think they sell these at Costco, a really big bag, but my mom never tells me when she's going to Costco, and I usually like going with her. So
Yeah, I think I've seen a really large bag of these. I got the lemon flavor though. I think they only sell the original at Costco. And I got it because I don't know if it's my anxiety or what, but I'll get like random waves of like nausea when I get like really like overwhelmed. So I thought chewing on ginger juice like this would help kind of alleviate that nausea that I feel throughout the day. It's like very random, and it always it's not random, it always happens when I get like very overwhelmed. I usually need to like take a break or take a step back and wait till like it's like very subtle nausea, but I've always gotten that. But now that I'm pregnant, I think it's a little bit more intensified, and then like a little headache comes in. So I think I read, or I could be totally making this up right now, but I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that like ginger can help with the nausea. So that was a little fun, just a little fun thing that I got for myself to help with my my anxiety. I don't know who watches my videos or how much you're like paying attention to like what I'm doing, but if you ever watch me eat, I never chew with my left side. I always chew on my right side, and it feels so awkward trying to chew this on this side. Whatever. But yeah, that's a little fun fact. I don't chew my food with my left side at all. Let's go.
got this from Amazon. And basically what it is just like it's just a foot roller. I've been doing a lot of hiking, walking since I hid. I was doing it, I got more intense with my walking and hiking since I reached like the 20 week. I was walking and hiking prior to 20 weeks, but now I go a couple times a week. I think this is a toy. Now I go a couple times a week hiking and walking. So, my left leg. Oh no, this is not a toy. This is for me. I can see why you would think this is a toy though. No. So I got this foot roller. No, a foot roller, not Kobe toy. No, leave it. Sit, sit, wait. So I got a foot roller for my left foot. My arch has just really been bugging me lately, so I just thought it was time to get one of these just to see if that helps the arch on my left leg. It feels really, really stiff, so no, sit, sit, good boy, wait. It's like right on my arch that it really, really bugs me. Be careful, dude. It usually feels better after a day or two after my last hike or walk. Since I'm walking almost every day, my feet don't really take like a rest. But usually if I take a day or two of resting without any walking or hiking, it doesn't feel as bad, but I still feel it. This doesn't look as appealing as I thought it was gonna look. I was trying to make it look pretty, but fail. It's fine. This is funny. I tried. These are the strawberries. These are the strawberries that I got the other day from the farmer's market near my house. They're so nice. They're huge. How will I eat this? You think that's too much? It's really good. Ta-da! This is probably the most unappealing breakfast. But I need something quick and filling. And this is that. It looks like, here it looks pretty. It looks pretty right here. The first flavor of Chobani yogurt I added was like blueberry. So that's why it has this pretty like purple gradient color. And then the second layer of yogurt is just strawberry flavor. So it's a little bit more duller down up at the top. I'm proud of this. I'm proud of this. You know, I started sharing bits and pieces of my pregnancy journey on the internet just a few months ago. And I think it was the best decision that I ever made for myself. I never imagined finding a community online with women who have experienced similar, if not worse, pregnancy journeys than I have. I see them, pictures of them and their kids online, and it only reaffirms my belief that I am doing the right thing. I've had women reach out to me on Instagram, willingly sharing their experiences, asking me for advice. Honestly, who would have thought anyone would be coming to me for advice, words of encouragement, even guidance on such a heavy topic, such a heavy subject as motherhood? I don't feel like I'm qualified, and I don't think I'll ever be qualified to give advice, words of encouragement, or guidance to another woman. I don't feel like I would know what the right or wrong answer for them for another woman and their child in the same predicament as me would be. Because I oftentimes find myself wondering if my decision is even deemed the right or wrong thing in another woman's perspective. And I find myself answering my own question that it's probably not. From what women have shared with me, it does get worse, or at least it can get worse for some. So oftentimes I find myself almost relieved that it really isn't as bad as other people have it. They tell me that I'm lucky, or express to me how lucky I am, that I probably don't realize it yet, but I'm lucky that my ex, your dad, the father of my children, just disappeared out of my life so easily. Is it really that much of a saving grace? Oftentimes, when I get told this, I don't genuinely feel like it is a saving grace. I have my own set of abandonment issues, but they don't stem from my dad. They stem from my own mother. And I wonder if my child will hold these same emotions towards Abraham one day. Will Abraham also be like my mother in the sense that they just refuse to acknowledge that their own actions have contributed to someone else's hurt? Or will they consider it doing the right thing for them in their eyes? I oftentimes talk about the possible scenarios with you, my child, with my own mother. And my mom, like many other women in her age, they just fail to understand that just because they have lived a life without yearning, seeking out connection, and even knowing one of their parents' face or even name, doesn't mean that it's that black and white for other children who grow up never knowing or meeting one of their parents. I don't like the way my mom tries to sell the concept to me as the norm, or it should be the norm. I feel like I can do my best to raise you, and I hope I can raise you so that you don't go seeking out validation from others to compensate for your father's absence, because that's a possibility. I think that's why I grew up as such a people pleaser, always caring too much about other people's opinion on me, minimizing myself, and ultimately putting others first. I know the experience of growing up like that way too well. It's exhausting, and you ultimately waste a lot of your years in a vicious, toxic, and oftentimes depressing cycle of getting your feelings hurt continuously. Till this day, I'm dealing with the repercussions of living my life, from seeking approval and acceptance from others. But I think in due time, we will figure it out together. I don't think that I'm brave or strong for sharing a less than ideal story for you and a bunch of strangers on the internet to follow along with. I think what's brave and strong is the women out there who don't ever share their similar or far worse pregnancy journey experiences. I think that's brave and strong of them to ultimately just turn the other cheek and live their life to the beat of their own drum. There's power in silence, and there's even stronger power in remaining silent. But your mom, she's been silent about so many things her whole life, and this chapter in your mom's life and the start of yours is worth sharing. This journey is unique, humbling, and fulfilling.